Hey, how are we? What's going on, people? What's the haps? What's the to-dos? What are the must-haves and youth? I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, what's going on, man? This is I Should Be Ashamed with Sam Schmidt coming to ya on a Tuesday, recorded on a Monday, as usual. Today, watching the 2021 divisional round between the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I am. Rams won the Super Bowl this year, so gee, I guess they probably would win this ball game one day. Bucks won it the year before that. Bucks won it. Then the Rams won it. Who won it the next was it the Chiefs next? Am I forgetting a team? Am I forgetting a Super Bowl winner already? There's no way. Someone's screaming at me. I don't know. I don't know, man. Surprised that I'm blanking on this right now for whatever reason. No, no, I'm tripping, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay. I went Rams and then Chiefs. Yeah, okay. It threw me off because it says 2021 divisional round, and I'm like, but y'all played them games in 22. Ugh, I hate how they do that. They should just call the playoffs by the year that they're playing in. That's at least what I appreciate about college football playoffs. Like when Oregon went for that 2014 season, it was a 2015 patch on that jersey. Because that was the year that it was. Of course. Anyhow, how are y'all? What's everybody up to today? How are we feeling? Feeling good vibes, bad vibes. I've got my share. Do you have anything going on? I really do not care. All right. All right. That was a silly start. What are we gonna do today, Sam? That's a good question. We're gonna go over some stuff. We're gonna talk about the weekend that was. We're gonna give like the full NBA draft synopsis stuff later in the episode. That's for sure. We're gonna talk about. Actually, this is a topic that I've pushed for like a couple of episodes now. So we're gonna bring it up, right? Remember what we were saying about like adult like animated sitcoms? Remember that? We had a conversation about them, and I'm curious if anybody here has a recollection of how that conversation went because it was quite fascinating, believe it or not. What what I think is of importance here is that we acknowledge the fact that like cartoons, real life, very different, very different, right? A lot of the types of events that go on and occur, very different, very different. So, all of that being considered, personally, I think it would be fun to see like which which cartoon kids show, like a cartoon show, like genuinely meant for kids, right? Not like a Family Guy, which a lot of kids watch, but it's meant for like adults. Not like that. Not like even like a Boondocks that like features kids, but it's kind of more young adult. Same with South Park. No, it features kids, or that's not the point. So, what I think we do instead is we specifically look at which character, like which shows intended for kids would make the best, the very best adult animated show once they grow up. Boom. I know. What a reveal. What a segment. It's going to be crazy, but that's not the first thing we're getting into, right? So let's just right here put together a little write up of the things we're going to be doing today. How about it? We're going to start with weekend. Follow that up with um do the cartoons next. We'll hit the oddities. No, hit the draft and the oddities. Then we'll call it an episode. How's that sound? Yay! Are we all happy? Did we all get what we wanted out of this? Are we all content? Good. That's how I'd want to be. That's how I'd want to be. All content and comfortable. All pretty assured with what's going on here. Which is good. I think assured is good. I don't have a problem with assured personally. I know some may. I don't. Not a battle I fight. Not a battle I care to fight. You're assured, be assured. Some people shouldn't be assured that are assured, but it's not my job to tell them that. The world will. The world will handle that. Now, how about this? How about I tell you guys about the weekend that was? Tell us about the weekend. All right, I will. I will. Settle down, you chumps. Settle down, you chumps. Alrighty. Last episode, I know got a little crazy with that draft going on. That really took things over, didn't it? Well, that's how the world works sometimes. Sometimes things get taken over by other things, and that's the craziness of it all, I suppose. Crazy. Wow. So crazy. But yeah, I watched the NBA draft. We did that Thursday night. That was intensive. I was focused on that bad boy. Doing the draft was a lot of fun. And this weekend was a low key one, honestly. Did a fair amount of like actual sleeping, which I had not been doing of late, so that was good. And then come Sunday, as always, Sundays where things get interesting, right? So Sunday, hop up out of bed, get on out. Actually, I was up weirdly early Sunday. That's a great place to start. Is that I woke up weirdly early. Weirdly early. I was up at like six something yesterday, which is always, I don't want to say wild, but like it's never ideal. It's not like my favorite thing to be doing is to be up that early. That's way early to be up and doing stuff. So, by the time we actually left, it was like 10, 15, 10:30. Got over to the Your Worst Neighbor's studio, as I tend to do. tends to be the place to go and do things in relation to, podcasting, given that that's the studio that podcast out of. Yeah, man. It was it was for sure a fun one. It was for sure a fun one. Like podcast wise, I have to say like that was probably, at least in terms of like the energy and like the vibe in the room, best one, or one of the best ones we've done so far. Like for real. Like for real, for real, for real. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but like for real, for real, for real. Really fun one. Jericho Faustino guest on there. Very, very, very funny. He was dope to have in the room. Talked about some fun stuff. So yeah, go check out the newest episode of the Your Worst Neighbor podcast. Checked all that mess out. Good mess though. Good mess. Following though, afterwards is when ooh, yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. I just remembered right this moment that I had leftovers from Jorge and I going out to lunch yesterday. Oh snap. Okay, yo, credit to Jorge, Senor Jorge M. Sanchez. Anytime that we record a podcast, he's offering to get food for everyone afterwards. Sometimes everyone will take him up, sometimes just a few people, sometimes just me. Yesterday was a just me day. So we went on over to a Korean fried chicken place and just holy fuck, dude, it's so good. It's one of those places where even like the thing that's super outrageously spicy is just tastes unbelievably good. So like I'm willing to sit there and just like snot running down my face and fucking tears rolling out of my eyes, and I'm just going, "Oh, this is so fucking good." It's delicious. It's so good. Ugh, bad throw by Tom Brady. Yeah, as I said, Rams Bucks 2020, 2022 was the year this game occurred. 2021 was the season, which is true. But anyhow, yes. So we went to a Korean bar, fried chicken spot. As as is done anytime I have Korean fried chicken, because I'm a fucking dorky hacky fuck. Anytime I have to have the conversation about how it was Black American GIs who would go over there in like the 50s and taught everyone like how to fry up some chicken, dude. They took the ball and ran with it, baby. They did some good things. It's an entire spectrum of the fried chicken universe. That's an expansive universe. That's a hell of a cinematic universe right there, baby. Like fried chicken, which is already a massive portion of like the chicken universe. Like if we're looking at like the chicken universe, we're not just talking poultry, like the straight chicken universe, baby. Fried is a significant portion of it. And I'd say a Korean is taken ground by the day. Holy shit, dude. It was just like melt your face off, spicy but delicious, or soy that's also unreasonably good. Both were just amazing. So yeah, I'm gonna go eat one of those as soon as this podcast is over. You can bet your sweet ass that's what I'll be doing, baby. Baby. I know. Then after that, though, that's where the story got sad. Well, no, wait, I went and bought Spider-Man's girlfriend. I used that one last time. I want to use something different. I don't know. Maybe that should be the thing. I went and bought Spider-Man's girlfriends. which was nice. Always be able to buy Spider-Man's girlfriends. After that, the things got shitty. I don't know why. I just had like such a gnarly fucking headache yesterday. I wasn't able to go do Foxtail, which sucked. I'd just come back here and just mope. Just come back and mope with a shitty fucking headache. Ugh, that was an unhappy few moments. Did not like it. Did not like it. Yeah, man, crazy times. Dude, speaking of crazy times, it reminded me of another crazy thing I gotta bring up and someone I gotta shout out. But I'll do that later. I'll do that later. I'll do that while talking about things that I'll be doing this week because yeah, it'll be big. But anyways, yeah, so that's more or less how yesterday went, man. I would love to say that it was more fascinating than that, but truthfully it wasn't. Ooh, Mike Evans touchdown from Tom Brady. For just a minute, everyone went, "Oh shit, this is gonna happen again." Nah, don't worry. They weren't able to get a stop on defense. You're fine. You're fine, Rams fans. Finally, Brady had a suspect defense, and it showed. Crazy, I know. I know. Crazy. Crazy life, crazy times, crazy everything on the man. As they say. I don't know. I don't know who says. Man, we're really just kind of rolling along with this one today. I realize. I realize. It's okay though. It's what we do out here. So I do out here. Man, what a route by Mike Evans. I know it's wild to say. Just run straight at Rams, taking it to the outside. Oh, straight up front. Nope. Nope, you're not gonna half fight me. I'm gonna take that ball. Touchdown. Buccaneers, baby. Great job. Good help. Good cover. Good pick up by the fucking line. Uh, look, that's just how the sport's supposed to be played right there. Damn, he didn't look at anybody on that entire field besides Mike Evans. He knew he wanted to throw it 13. That's crazy. He knew exactly what he wanted. That is that is crazy. I love watching these replay games because it's like they're already kicking the ball off. Whereas right now they'd be like attempting to almost start to get to the extra point. Let's go. 7 point game, 3:15 left. Did they run out the clock or did they like score a field goal or some shit? I don't know. We'll find out together as we watch this old game that I could just Google the ending of, but don't want to have to sing the looking stuff up jingle yet. Yeah. Yeah, I'm self-conscious of the jingles at this point. I don't want to have to sing them unless we're actually doing the thing. So that's where I stand on that, in case you were wondering. I don't know. Were you wondering? That's a really good question. It's a genuine question. A lot of the time, I assume you weren't wondering. That is a lot of the time, I assume you weren't wondering, which is probably fair to some degree. But to another degree, who knows? Maybe it's unfair of me to assume you don't care. Maybe if you're listening to this in the first place, you do care. But oh wells. Crazy, I know. Crazy, I know. Don't you hate when you're like on your phone and you're like, hey, I wonder why this person hasn't hit me back in a while. And you look, and the last thing sent was them saying something that you forgot to respond to. Oh my God, wait, the Buccaneers got this football back? How did Brady lose this game? What the hell, man? How did Brady lose this game? Maybe I shouldn't be. I'm like genuinely surprised right now. Dominican Sue with the fucking tear out. Am I totally tripping? I thought the Rams won this game. Maybe it is from 2021, like the year, and it's the year that the Tampa Bay won. These two teams did win back-to-back Super. I don't know. It's wild. No, dude, Matthew Stafford's on the Rams. They're gonna win. Matthew Stafford was on the Rams. They fucking yeah, dude. No. How are they gonna screw this up? Quick pass out to Fournette. Like, that's just shocking to me. By the way, if the Rams do win this game and they had four turnovers in a fucking divisional round, that's disgusting. Four turnovers in a fucking divisional round game? That's you're out of your fucking mind. Letting that happen. That's absolutely blows my mind. But oh well, I don't think that matters all that much. Anyways, should we get into our first segment? Let's get into our first segment here, all right? So I think the first segment today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about cartoon characters that would make great like adult cartoon shows or characters later in life, right? And I think the first one's probably been like talked about at nauseum in this respect and has been spoofed in this respect so many times as like older versions of themselves doing a more adult thing. And look, who's to say this comic wasn't like it was for kids, but also like it had some more grown up themes, not in terms of like violence or sex, but just in terms of like philosophy and like thought. And the Peanuts. The Peanuts are the first off the list here, and it's for good reason, dude. Number one, the Peanuts actively address mental health in a way that I don't think a lot of other comics were doing. Charlie Brown's on, not just obviously depressed. He says as much. There's another small child there that puts up a booth for psychiatric help just because, like, to make money off of him. It's wild. Like, I think the story of like Charlie Brown would be like a crazy adult cartoon because it'd be like BoJack Horseman, but sadder because there was no success to go along with the failure. There was no rise to fall from. It was just all on the ground. It's like hitting the ground hurts after having been so high up in the sky. But it's like the ground also hurts when you're just pushed on it every single day. Good Lord, be depressing. Linus still sitting there with this fucking blanket. You're a grown up. How do you deal with that? Do you have like the strings turned into like the last few strands turned into like a fucking friendship bracelet looking thing, and then you just rock that around everywhere? That could be a solid idea. I probably wouldn't hate that. Seems like a way to deal with the problem, if you ask me. It is crazy though. Like anytime I see like that's the thing with kids too, is kids are just brutal. I know it. I was a brutal kid who wasn't a brutal kid. If you weren't a brutal kid, you're a liar. You just don't know who you're brutal to. What's the point? It's true. I hate Neil. It was like I was never mean. It's like just shut up. Yeah, you were. No one was ever not mean. You were definitely mean. You just don't know who you were mean to, which is its own fucking hellscape when shown the light. That got weirdly ominous, didn't it? We're still talking about the peanuts out here, people. Pigpen, what was that? Playpen? Like, what was the name of the dude who always had all the fucking dust around him? Yeah, dude, just being some fucking disgusting homeless dude. Or I don't know, maybe not. Maybe he's like some venture capitalist, but like who still lives that hippie lifestyle. So he's like fucking got hella stock options, but he just chills in sandals all day. Wouldn't mind that. Just turns into a big old hippie kid. I'd support that. I would. I wouldn't see the problem with it whatsoever, honestly. Ah, Mike Evans fell. That would have been a first down inside the and what are you doing out here, boys? I'm saying boys as if I give a shit about the ending of this game that happened 2 years ago. I am curious to see though how Brady does end up fucking this up because he has to, right? Oh yeah, throw in a triple coverage to Mike Evans again. I think they might know you're going there at this point. I think some of the secrecy might has gone away from that. Anyhow, Peanuts number one, dude. I really do think that that's like a somewhat of a darker story when you really think about it. You got those two poor young gals who have to like suppress their clear lesbianism, which good for them, dude. I support it. I want them to live their truth. I really do. It would hurt me if they couldn't. The point of the matter is, though, oh shit, fourth and goal. Did they really fuck this up? What are we doing here? Who called time? Oh, the Rams did. God damn it. Good work, Sean McVay, not being stupid. Worked. Yeah. Sorry, we're being weird again. Not even halfway through this thing, and we're just going getting wackadoodle. It's wackadoodle time. We're almost halfway through, but still, yeah, things are a little odd out here. I'm not gonna lie. He's very close to picking up that first down, but I do think he's ever so slightly short. Maybe just like a couple of inches. But let's never stop there, buddy. Okay. Sorry, I needed a water break. That does happen occasionally. It's true. It's true. The peanuts are depressing, dude. Let's go through a few more. Like kids' cartoon that could be like really weird adult animated cartoons. It could probably be pretty funny too. Like honestly, depressed. It could be pretty funny, but I think it'd be pretty wild. Maybe not even wild, just sad. Do you know what I think another good one would be? Honestly, if I had to put my finger on it, another one that I think would make for a good. Let me see, like Ducktales, but like Succession. You know what I mean? Like eventually, something's got to happen with all that money. Eventually, something's got to go down with all that money, and I want to know what it is. I like when Scrooge McDuck dies, who gets the money? I wonder if I can Google this. You know what? We're pulling on Google for this one. This is the part on the podcast where Sam looks dumb shit up. Hey, Who gets the money when Scrooge McDuck dies? This feels important. You see what I mean? All right, so we've got core answers, we've got Reddit answers. All right, let's check Reddit and Quora. DuckTales. Oh, good Lord, Reddit's making me sign into some bullshit. All right, Quora it is. Jesus Christ, Reddit. That's what happens when you start acting shitty. In the story, Some Hair Over the Rainbow, Scrooge McDuck realized that he had an heir to his vast fortune. He had to pick an heir, excuse me. He had to decide to test his relatives to see who might be best choice to handle the money. Scrooge arranged for Huey, Dewey, and Louie to find $1,000, Gladstone Gander to find another 1,000, and Donald to find another 1,000. Donald made a down payment on a car, so he spent the money and got himself further into debt. Gladstone hid his money in a hollow tree in case he ever needed it. Huey, Dewey, and Louie loaned their money to an old sailor to hunt buried treasure. Scrooge got Donald, Gladstone, and Huey, Dewey, and Louie together to find out what they did with their money. He was disappointed with Donald himself into debt, got himself into debt, and Huey, Dewey, and Louie fell for the oldest sucker gag in the world. For a few minutes, Scrooge thought he'd leave the last fortune with Gladstone Gander. What an awful injustice to the world. Dude, I agree. At which point, the old sailor walked in happily, gave Huey, Dewey, and Louie their share of the treasure he found. Huey, Dewey, and Louie were named the sole heirs. Dude, so Huey, Dewey, and Louie are the three of them are oh, dude, so yes. So yes. So there is, so eventually, DuckTales succession. Well, that's an idea that I just need to push into oblivion. Oh my goodness. I'm writing that down right now. DuckTales Succession. That'd be fucking crazy. I know that's a crazy concept that we just all wrapped our minds around right there, wasn't it? I know it was for me. I'm sure it was for you too. That was crazy. DuckTales Succession, and none of us were ready for that mess. It's all right though. We survived, didn't we? We came out of it stronger, better, more prepared for the world. Is at least what I think. I forgot how quickly the Rams got themselves down the field. They had themselves in field goal range in literally like 20 seconds. So I always thought Fournette should have gone down after picking up that first. They were gonna get into the end. They weren't gonna not get into the end zone. In no world were they gonna not get into the end zone. What a throw though by Matthew Stafford hitting Cooper Cup in stride like that. Beautifully done. Then Gay just knocks this field goal through with 4 seconds left. Oh yeah, that's no time. That's what you call no time, baby. That's a game right there. That's how you get sent to an NFC Championship game where I believe what they do to beat the 49ers. Sounds about right. Sounds about like what happens around here. Losing NFC Championship games. Sad. Wouldn't be me. Well, you have to get to the NFC Championship game to lose one? Shut up. That's not the point. I'll lose them when I get there. How you like that? That shit just don't happen. That shit just don't happen. All right. We here. We here. Oh boy. They got another classic game on NFL Network coming on right now. So they've got Tom. Man, they just have Tom Brady losing a lot today. That's tough. That's tough. That would tough day to be. I mean, not very many tough days to be Tommy, but this one might be not a good look. Getting where they playing U.S. Bank Stadium? Oh yeah, up in fucking Minnesota. Pat's getting ready to kick this bitch off. Let's follow along. We're gonna follow along when we continue to talk about our topic. So I think it is a great topic. I think there's a lot to that idea and that point. I think we can all agree. The DuckTales succession would be the shit, without a doubt. Without a doubt. So, in the meantime, for the last little while of this podcast, let me bring up one more example. Then we will get into some NBA draft, touching some oddities, and get out of here. I forgot like Garrett Blunt was in this game for the Eagles. Motherfucker was winning Super Bowls for New England and for Philly. Just the truth. God damn it. Truth, god damn it. Man, oh man. So, oof, tough start. So the last cartoon that I think would make last kids cartoon, honestly, that I think would make a really, really, really intriguing adult animated feature. Not feature, but like show. Right? We already had the Peanuts, we already had DuckTales. You say we pick something a little newer, how about it, right? A little more a little more modern. Not the most modern, but like a little more modern, right? Let me see like Euphoria Arthur. You know? Let me see when Arthur's like doing Molly with bitches and just like I don't know. I don't know what slapping literally, yeah, he's catching tail. That would rule. Can't tell me that wouldn't be exhilarating television. It's just like, Buster, what are you doing? Oh, I'm getting ready for my trip around the world. Yeah. I don't know why my Arthur characters all sounded like varying Bob Dylan's. They did. Wow. I don't know, Arthur. I don't know how to do a Buster Rabbit. It'd be sick though. Just show up to the function, start pulling out Arthur voices. I don't know if them lanes would recover. That might be the single coolest shit you ever do as a human being. At least I think. Shit. Well, I mean, shit. Oof. What a tackle in the backfield. I forgot that it started this game. It did not look like the Eagles were going to get anything going. Ran away with the tackle. It's ended up being one of the most like the offensive Super Bowls ever until every Super Bowl started breaking that record. Was this like the first rigged one? Is that why? Nah, because New England won like the fucking lowest scoring, most boring modern Super Bowl the next year. So for surely not. Foles rolls out. Bang. Nope, incomplete. Incomplete. Intended for Smith. Not the good one they have now, but the subpar one they had then. Dude, the Always Sunny episode about this fucking game is crazy funny. be fair, it's an Always Sunny episode, and they're all kind of crazy funny. That's sort of the thing about Always Sunny episodes. They're crazy funny. Sort of like their whole deal. Sort of like their whole entire deal. Well, one of them at least being funny is like a big part of at least like, some of it. I think. Ooh, what a grab. Smith caught it that time. I know, craziness. Craziness. You might be like, what do you mean? Yeah, craziness. It's like it. But yeah, man, those would be my that would be my list of cartoons that I genuinely think would make great adult shows. We've got Peanuts, Arthur, DuckTales. I feel like that's a strong list. I don't see how you'd argue with it. There might be some more to add. I'm sure there are. If you want to reach out at um yeah, reach out, Sam Schmidt Comedy on Instagram. If you hit me up, if you hit me up in the DM and I see one and it's good, I will say it on here. I will bring that combo back to the forefront. Yeah. Alrighty. What should we do here for like the last 20-ish minutes? Should we talk draft oddities and then get out of here? Let's do it. Let's start talking NBA draft, dude. So we stuck around through Portland's second pick, but we didn't really take a good view and like landscape of what happened through everything. Third pick, I meant to say, but we didn't take a really good view of like the full total landscape. I didn't feel. So that's what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna look at that together. We're gonna see how the events of the other night affect the league in general. First things first, I think we have to count for the amount of trades and such that went down because there were some moves that were significant. For example, Suns pulling in Bradley Beal, getting rid of Chris Paul ending up in you know Golden State right here. Just staying right here in Golden State. Here, Golden State. I don't want to say it loudly because I don't want to bring up that fact around people down here who need even more of an excuse to think their shit team's gonna win something. Ugh, fucking just infuriating. Just infuriating. Yeah, man. Let's take a look at the draft here. Let's go through team by team. How about it? Should we go by division? Should we go by let's take a look at last year's standings. Let's go bottom to top, both sides. So let's start with Detroit, Charlotte, then Orlando. Gonna go quick, but we're gonna talk about it. Detroit Pistons, they had all of one pick. They went with Asar Osar Thompson, 6'7", 204-pound shooting guard. He was part of the overtime elite, one of the closely monitored non-NCAA prospects. His twin brother went the pick before him to Houston, actually. Quite interesting there, I know. Fun little thing to go over. But yes, only the one pick for Detroit, but fifth pick overall, shooting guard. Could be a guy who's going to run alongside Cade Cunningham long term. Could be exactly what they need. Let's go to Charlotte. Charlotte had a shit ton of picks, and they used them. They had the second pick overall, which was Brandon Miller, the 6'8", 200-pound small forward from Alabama. All right. Sorry about that. We're back here. We're back. But yeah, Brandon Miller, small forward out of Alabama. They also went with Nick Smith Jr., point guard out of Arkansas. James Najee, 6'10", Nigerian center. Colby Jones, a trade via Atlanta from Philly. Colby Jones, the guard at Xavier. They also went with the big man that I should my eyes on for Portland if he didn't get off the board. Muhammad Goyea, 7-footer from Washington State. And Amari Bailey, point guard from UCLA. They had a lot of guys on here that I had my eye on. When you have 4 picks, look at like realistically, they had 6 picks in the top 41 picks of the draft. This is the NFL. You're sitting there with your mind blown right now. You're like, what the fuck are they doing? Six in the how many? They have a seventh of the picks in the first. Exactly. Yeah. Crazy is that? It's the kind of work they were putting in. Credit to them. All right, the next worst team here was Orlando. Let's check out the match did really quick. Orlando, 3 picks. 2 in the first 11, though. They went with Anthony Black, the shooting guard out of Arkansas, 6'7", 185-pounder. And then Jet Howard, son of Jawan Howard, with the 11th pick, shooting guard, 6'8", from Michigan. Their second round pick was they swapped for the pick. A little swapty doodly for the pick. Times you got a little dude do a little swapty doodly. A little swapty doodly. To pick up Andre Jackson Jr. from UConn. Except we had Washington, Indiana to look at. Let's take a look at Washington, Indiana really quick. Washington, I know, went with Jarace Walker, the 6'7", 223 pounds, power forward out of Houston. They also went with a guy that I had my eye on for Portland if he didn't get taken off the board. Tristan Vukovic from Serbia, power forward, 6'10", as well as Trayson Jackson Davis, a power forward out of Indiana. 3 power forwards in the draft for Washington. That's wild, but also they needed it. They need the size. Also, another team that we were going to look at really quick, the Pacers. The Pacers. The Indianapolis Pacers. So another team with a lot of picks. They had 5 of them, including 3 first rounders, 7. Then with Bilal Koulibaly, 6'7", from France. They went next at 26 with Ben Shepherd, the small forward out of Belmont, 6'6". Julian Strother, 6'7", 208-pound small forward out of Gonzaga. Jalen Pickett, point guard out of Penn State. Isaiah Wong out of Miami. You might be sitting here like, Sam, are we literally about to go through every pick of the NBA draft? No, we're not. No, we're not. Don't worry. No, we're not. That was a little bit. If you stuck around through all of that, you're a good trooper. No worries. Someone was about to get angry right there. No, they weren't. No one's even listening, so it doesn't matter. I could just read all of this off if I wanted to. But no, I think more something that's maybe a little bit more worth our time than that would be just going like looking at how these let's see what grade each team got. That's at least fair. A B for the Hawks, fair enough. With getting Bufkin and Goye in the trade in London, yeah, solid. Jordan Walsh for for Boston. Look at they're already right there. They're probably in it next year, if not for Miami, if not for either Miami coming back or Milwaukee. So, Brooklyn with 3 picks, 2 back to back, and Noah Conley and Dariq Whitehead and Jalen Wilson. Charlotte, obviously a B plus. They have the B plus because they had the Brandon Miller pick. We went over what they did. Chicago Bulls had a B. They did nothing in the first. Monty Bates taken by Cleveland is interesting, but he had a B grade. That's the only pick. Eric Lively was a solid pick, but beyond that, nothing in the second. A later first for Mavericks gives them a B. Denver, they had a B. I mean, they won the championship, dude. What do you want them to do? They had a couple of second round picks, a late first. They did what they were supposed to. Detroit Pistons, we went over that. We said Stuart Thompson, yeah, it was big for them. They also want to trade in the Marcus Sasser, who's another first rounder, got a late first rounder. Warriors got an A minus. Credit to him. They got Brendan Kwazemski and then Tyrese Jackson Davis in that trade, which I think both will fit positions in need for the Warriors. An A for the Rockets. Amen Thompson and Cam Whitemore both in the first, nothing in the second. Agree with that. They get draft. So say Pacers with a B plus. Again, I kind of agree, man. Walker at 8, Shepard at 26, and then a couple of solid little pickups in the second round. Hard to get mad at that, you know? Clippers with a D. That's hilarious. Kobe Brown and Jordan Miller. Lakers with a C. That's also hilarious. Jordan Shafino and Maxwell Lewis. Grizzlies with a B minus, and they only had 2 second round picks, made the most of it with Gregory Jackson and Tariq Rich. A B plus from Miami, getting Jamie Jaquez Jr., who might be the most Heat player ever. Love it. Milwaukee Bucks, no first round pick, but they actually did some things I liked in the second round with Andre Jackson Jr. via trade and Chris Livingston. Minnesota Timberwolves, Leonard Miller and Jalen Clark. Second, didn't hate it. B plus felt a little generous. Same with a B for Jordan Hawkins and the first for Pels. Knicks didn't even pick. Fucking hilarious. Fucking hilarious. Kaysen Wallace and Keontae Johnson both end up in OKC. As we said with the Magic, they ended up with Anthony Black, Jett Howard. Sixers, again, no picks. Hilarious. Suns, only a second round pick, not much added besides, Bradley Beal via trade. So you're doing your job still, Suns. Portland Trailblazers, yeah, boy. A minus. Scoot Henderson, Chris Murray, Ryan Repair. Ryan Repair. Having moved up from number 3 via the lottery. Damn straight, baby. The Blazers were in the enviable position of taking whichever of the 3 prospects fell to them, which was true. Henderson seems to have unusually high upside for number 3 pick. Kinda. Even if he's not likely to become a star on a Damian Lillard timetable. Probably true. Portland is a threat. Just to thread the needle on improving this season while keeping an eye on the future. It might be thanks to the polished Murray. Damn right, baby. Chris Murray, who has a chance to be an immediate rotation contributor. Shout out ESPN for this article. In the second round, the Blazers scooped up Repair, easily the highest ranked remaining player in ESPN's top 100 at that point, number 20 overall. See, look at this. You don't hate that at all, do you? Who was this by? This was by Kevin Pelton, ESPN senior writer. Well, good job, Kevin. I like that analysis of Portland's draft. I agree. A minus, probably about right. Sacramento Kings, A minus. No first round pick, a pair of seconds, but that work. Spurs, Victor Wembanyama, of course. City Kisoko. Whatever. They got Victor Wembanyama. Who cares? Grady Dick for Toronto makes sense. Taylor Hendricks, Keontae George, and Bryce Sensabaugh, all for the Utah Jazz. And Bibley Callaway and Shazam Vukovic for the Washington Wizards. Oh boy, we said we wouldn't cover every team. We just did in the quick way. Yeah, C plus right there. The Wizards did. Dang. Now you might be sitting there going, "Wow, you just spent a lot of the podcast on that." You're damn right I did. I didn't have a lot of other things to say. I did not have a lot else to say, but we still got like 5 minutes in this thing. So I say we pull up one good AP oddity and then we get out of here. Yes, there still is a thing that I'm gonna get to. Don't worry. I'm gonna get to it. It'll be like one of the last things I get to, but it'll be around when I talk about what's going on. Um, let's see what sounds fun. Something about dolphin moms talking baby talk. Orcas disrupting boats. A lot of sea life talk, I realize. Uh, let's do this. Group promoting It's the rules. Group promoting plant-based eating wants a new name for making bacon baseball team. This is gonna rule. A doctors group that promotes plant-based eating and animals' rights is making a fuss over the Making Bacon baseball team. We don't like that your baseball team supports a delicious breakfast. That's all I'm hearing right now, man. That's wild. This is crazy. The Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. That feels a little, I don't know. I feel like responsible medicine would be using your medicine and resources more responsibly than this, but maybe I'm crazy. I sent a letter urging the Georgia Summer Collegiate team to change its name. Boo. Keep bacon off your plate. Or, or keep your goddamn liberal agendas out of my stomach. I like that better, dude. Let's go. Let's go. Keep your goddamn America hating asses out of my breakfast. That's where I stand on this one. Making bacon's glorification of bacon, processed meat that raises the risk of coracle. This is how I know that it's okay for bacon to kill me. I can't understand what the doctors are trying to say. That's all I need, dude. I can't understand at all what the doctor's trying to tell me. And I feel like that's all the evidence that I need that I'm fine. It's like let it get me. I don't know. It'll raise cholesterol, it'll raise fucking cancer chances, dude. Yeah, of course it will. It's bacon. That's why you don't only eat it. You eat it a little bit with other things. You freak. Good lord. It's not just the name. The ballpark concessions menu includes bacon wrapped bacon. Dude, that sounds awesome. Bacon wrapped bacon, steak cut bacon, bacon loaded fries, and bacon chips. Oh my God, I need to go here. According to the Making Bacon do not view ourselves as the glorification of an unhealthy lifestyle. God damn it, you spoke out on it. You freak. Now they win. How do you like that? That's why you don't speak out on it. I can't believe. Well, here at the Making Bacon, we don't support an unhealthy. You're a fucking baseball team. Of course you don't. Jesus. The fact that you have to explain it just shows how stupid everything is. Ugh. With that, what do we got going on this week? Good Christ. Tomorrow, Bear Bottle Brewery. Gonna be doing some trivia. Um, not tomorrow, tonight. This comes out. Bear Bottle Brewery doing some trivia. Then what a catch. Alshon Jeffrey, touchdown Eagles. Then um Wednesday, Caravan Lounge for sure. Thursday, the Cats for sure. My Gypsy Soul for sure. Friday, not positive yet. Saturday, not positive yet. Sunday, Foxtail for sure. Podcast doing busy Sunday next week, but it'll be worth talking about. And then last night, the day you're hearing this, but I'm going to it later today. The very last time the great Pete Munoz will be hosting um the very last time the great Pete Munoz will be hosting out at Woodham's Sports Lounge. So damn straight I'm gonna be out there tonight. Gonna be out at down Santa Cruz tonight. But yes, besides all of that, I think we've done another episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. I appreciate it. Appreciate any time you guys listen. I know you don't believe it, but I really, really do. It means a lot. It means that it means that there's a reason to keep doing this thing. All right. Thank y'all. Have a good one. Hope to chat soon. Peace out. Um, this is I Should Be Ashamed with Sam Schmidt. I'm ashamed I don't have a better ending for this podcast. My hand's numb. I'm tired of holding this mic. So peace out. We're done. Adios.